Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Blue Golf Ball today with another Pokemon TCG Online video, and today we're going to showcase a Mega Kangaskhan deck. And you guys probably thinking, this deck list looks vaguely familiar. Yes, it is, because I recently bought a Crazy Punch 2014 World Championships deck. And this deck is based off of Michikazu Tsuda, the third place winner at the Masters Division in the World Championships. I probably butchered his name, but that's okay. Anyways, Wham Bam Punch is a 3 colorless energy required attack, which does 100 damage plus 30 more damage for each heads you flip. So flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 30 more damage for each heads. Pretty nice. I've once seen a guy flip 12 heads. I mean, not in real life. You know, obviously this was in TCG. I saw him flip 12 heads. That's insane. Who flips 12 heads? That's crazy. We're gonna have Spritzy and Aromatisse 2/2 line there. Some people opt to play a 3 line of Spritzy, but we're just gonna do 2. We're gonna play 1 Xerneas. Probably should play more, but you know, Geomancy is a good move. But we're gonna play only 1. And then we're gonna play Xerneas EX in case of things like X Blast. This can knock out guys like what's that one elephant dude, Don Fan, whatever. Okay, anyways. We're going to run 1 Mewtwo EX in case of type weaknesses. We're going to run Keldeo EX for Russian Retreat with the Fairy Energy. We can retreat for free. The Secret Sword is pretty handy at times because we can actually do Secret Sword using like a Water Energy that we're going to be playing in this deck. So we can exploit type weaknesses against Water type too. So that's pretty nice. We have 1 Suicune for the Safeguard ability. And now we're going to talk about the item cards and whatnot. But first, the difference between this deck that I kind of modified to match up with the standard format versus what you see in the Crazy Punch deck that you can go to Walmart and buy from, the original creator, Michikazu Tsuda. Anyways, I'm going to butcher his name again. What I added was Robo Substitute. So this Robo Substitute is pretty nice because, since Mega Kangaskhan EX doesn't have Spirit Link, right? So we have to burn a turn to evolve to Mega Kangaskhan. Well, why not push Robo Substitute to the active spot and then evolve? That way you don't lose a prize card. So that's the thought there. The other card I added was Lysander's Trump card. I've noticed a lot of times when I play this deck, I actually burn through a lot of resources, and also with the Fairy Energy. So the problem is that you do go through quite a bit of Fairy Energy, and since what's that one card? Super Rod is no longer in the format. You need to play something to get these energy cards back. And I didn't want to play. I actually didn't want to play energy retrieval because it's not very convenient for energy retrieval. What I'd rather do is play Lysander's Trump card and get these energies back into the deck so I can Geomancy those energy cards back out. And then the other card we're gonna play is Trick Coin. And so Trick Coin is a tool card similar to Victini's Victory Star, and that ability allows us to reflip. So it works really well with Mega Kangaskhan. And since we're not using any Spirit Link type things, we can play Trick Coin as the Pokemon tool of choice. So that's the plan there. Otherwise, we have pretty standard stuff that you'd see from any Mega Kangaskhan deck kind of thing. Dowsing Machine, 1 Enhanced Hammer. We got 4 of these Max Potions. I already mentioned the Robo Substitute, 2 Sun Megaphones, 4 Ultra Ball, 2 VS Seekers. And the supporting line we're gonna have 3 colorists since our bench is always gonna be. It's typically gonna be pretty full. 1 Lysander, 1 Lysander Trump card, 4 Ends. 1 Pokemon Fan Club, and only 3 Junipers because we don't like discarding things. This deck is pretty jam-packed, and then of course 1 Shauna. So that kind of rounds out our supporters. For Stadium, obviously we're gonna run 4 Fairy Garden. We really need Fairy Garden simply for the no retreat costs. But as for the energy, we're gonna run 1 special energy here, the Rainbow Energy, to help with things like maybe we need to Secret Sword, and we can play the Rainbow Energy, and then we can also play our 1 Water Energy, and that way our Keldeo is going to be doing 90 damage with Secret Sword, with plus 1 Fairy Energy. But because we only use Keldeo for things like exploiting weaknesses, let's say we have a Fire type Pokemon that we need to knock out, our Secret Sword can hit for 90 times 2, 180. So we can knock out any EX that's fire type, right? 180 HP. So that's the good news of that. And of course, it can go with also Suicune as well. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and play a battle with this crazy punch deck. All right, so we also have this right there. I got that from the deck. All right, so we're gonna look for an opponent. Let's see who our opponent's gonna be. Hopefully, this will be an epic battle for everybody. So, I'm not sure if I can guarantee anything, but with crazy punch, it's always got to be pretty entertaining. I mean, Wham Bam Punch. What kind of name is that? Sounds like Bam Bigelow. I don't know. He was a wrestler. Bam Bam Bigelow. That's what his name was. Bam Bam Bigelow. So it looks like my opponent also has some pretty sweet sleeves. He flips tails. I would like to go first. Interesting. His sleeves look different from mine, with mine having the red on the bottom of my sleeves and the blue on top. Looks like his might be from a previous year. Not sure. So, I think we're going to go with the Suicune first, just in case my opponent plays EXs. Yes, we definitely want the Spritzy there. So, no, my opponent plays a Hawlucha, but it doesn't really matter. The Hawlucha can't attack. So what do we got here? I have a feeling I want to hang on to that Enhance Hammer, right? That Enhance Hammer will be pretty important. So I do think that I can discard these two for now. So I'm assuming that I have another Mega Kangaskhan in my deck. If I don't, I'm screwed. Oh, okay. Oh, look, I have it right there. So what we want to get out is the Xerneas. The Xerneas right now is more important than anything else, and we only have one right here. So we got to get that energy acceleration. The Geomancy has got to get moving. I'm going to hang on to this Colress because I have a feeling my opponent will play some more Pokemon onto his bench, because his Hawlucha can't attack. So we will wait for that. I don't want to play this just get 2 cards right now. I think that that may have been a good choice, right? But then the thing is, seeing my opponent's scenario on his side, he's got a lot of cards. I have a feeling they're either a lot of evolution cards or some of them have got to be basic Pokemon, right? So my opponent is gonna. Okay, so there we go. So my opponent's gonna be playing for the Phanpy. Should have guessed it. This is gonna be a Donphan deck. So my Kangaskhan is not in a very good place. He's not in a happy place. So we may need to pump up this Suicune here, and the Suicune may be what we need to survive, right? So here's the plan. We're gonna play the Fairy Garden. We're gonna play the energy on the Suicune. We're gonna retreat. We're gonna grab. Somehow, what we want to do is we want to get our Aromatisse out and play right now. So here we go. We're going to play the Aromatisse. We'll get rid of these right here. The Max Potion could come in handy. So let's go ahead. We're going to get the Aromatisse out. We just want to bulk up on energy, right? Because it can help us depending on what we draw later on. So let's play this here onto the Suicune. I don't want to play the DCE because my opponent can just Enhance Hammer it away, right? I'm assuming these Donphan decks, they probably run Enhance Hammer. So I'm going to click done here. Then I'm going to Geomancy and get some more energy in play. So right now, our energy acceleration is in full effect. You can see here, my Aromatisse shouldn't be in any threat in particular. Even with a Lysander, I don't think my opponent should be able to knock him out, even if he gets a Donphan, right? So we see 40 plus the muscle band, that's 60. And if he plays a Lysander, my Aromatisse would survive. Even with the strong energy, right? It would do 80. My Aromatisse would still survive. So we see the hit and run, which is fine. We do have the Max Potion. We have 2 Max Potions. So there's that. We'll play the DCE now. I think it's pretty safe to play the DCE. Let's go ahead and move the energy off to the Suicune and Max Potion everything off. So there we go. We'll use the fancy one. So here we go. Let's go ahead and move this back. So at this point, I'm thinking, you know, do I need more energies? The answer is yes, I do. I think I do. You know, you never know when you need to get like the Xerneas EX. You know. Oh wow, we only have 2 more, so that's it. Oh boy, that is it, folks. Man, what the heck? What happened to all our energies? So there's that, and there's this one. So next turn, we'll if we don't get a Pokemon, we're definitely gonna Rainbow Spear something. So my opponent's gonna opt to use Hawlucha because I think my opponent's gambling and saying, hey, I don't think a blue golf ball is gonna be attacking, so might as well play the Hawlucha for the free retreat instead of sacrificing a Robo Substitute and forcing me to discard my Robo Substitute when my opponent doesn't attack. So my opponent played it very well there and made the correct assumption. So his calculations are right on. We're gonna see the Karina, and it looks like he opts to play for the Ultra Ball. And I understand that, you know, the Ultra Ball is probably a pretty good pick if you need more Pokemon onto your bench to like take hits. So didn't see that coming. Playing the Professor's Letter. Okay, so we see the Wobbuffet. That's gonna be very troublesome. So we're gonna see. I don't think we're gonna see a Float Stone. But if we do, then that's not good. So we're gonna see the 80 damage onto the Xerneas, and from there we see the Wobbuffet. So right now, definitely can't do anything here. I can still rush in. Well, no, I can't rush in. So this Xerneas is basically done for. Which is a problem. This Wobbuffet is a big issue here. I don't know what my opponent's gonna do to retreat, because my opponent's without a hand, unless he top decks a Float Stone or some kind of supporter. So this is now a race. All right, this is a big race, big time race. A race to see who gets what first. I'm gonna opt not to play the Kangaskhan. I don't think the Kangaskhan's in a good matchup here, especially with weakness to fighting. So I can't Geomancy. I can't really do much. I probably should have Max Potioned, because I don't want to lose the Xerneas. What I want to do is slow my opponent down, right? So we're gonna see. Oh, right there. We're gonna see a hard retreat, and he's gonna get the knockout. So I should have played the Max Potion. In hindsight, I should have played the Max Potion. But for now, we're gonna play the Robo Substitute, and potentially just kind of slow my opponent down too. So my opponent was able to take the first prize. We get a great Colress. That is fantastic. We don't, however, get a Lysander to kind of avoid this Wobbuffet. But you know, we do get the Mew here. We can knock out this Wobbuffet with weakness. So we're doing, no, we can't. We're doing 80. So it's still not enough, but we'll end our turn and we'll bide our time. So right here, this Wobbuffet is causing us quite a bit of trouble. But at some point, we should be able to draw an energy card, a Rainbow Energy. If not, even better, we can draw a DCE. So 2 of our Rainbow Energies are already in the discard pile, so that's no good. Meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. All right. Woo! Wow. We get this Don fan here, all jacked up. All right. So here we go. We'll play this. We can do 120. We will. Let's play the other Robo Substitute. You know, just in case. We will discard this Robo Substitute and play. And here we go. Let's knock out this Wobbuffet. Get back our abilities. And we'll be right on our way. So here we go. We don't want to give our opponent anything, but I think we will play the Colress, because hey, you know what? This is a good opportunity to get a lot of cards. So there we see the Lysander, and so we have 2 VA Seekers, so we can use Lysanders multiple times. So there's 120. Knock this guy out. This Wobbuffet was super annoying. Woo! We get to discard all of these tools here. So my opponent is probably going to do a hit and run again for 90 damage. I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to be able to move some energy around. So here's the plan. Let's go ahead and fairy transfer this over here. Alright. We're going to hit... We will move the fairy energy here as well. And here as well. So that way, our Keldeo now can attack. Which is a one-hit knockout for a Keldeo. So, what I want to do is I want a max potion here. Mew is too important for us to lose. So we'll max potion, and we can play the Lysander. We're gonna get which Donphan's more threatening. Both are the same. One has a muscle band and one has a silver bangle. I think I want the silver bangle one. We're gonna play the other Spritzy just in case if this Aromatisse gets Lysander out. So let's go ahead and move some energy around. And we want one here on the Keldeo, or on the Mewtwo. Alright, so the Keldeo can rush in, but, you know, actually what I want to do is I want to play the Suicune. Because the Suicune gives up less prizes in case of anything funky going on. You know, to get a one-hit KO. Actually, you know what? No, I want to rush in. Oh, man. Yeah, so we will get the knockout with the weakness. Yeah, so this is a better plan, right? So let's go with this, and we're gonna go do the Secret Sword for the knockout. There it is, 140 weakness. Secret Sword doing 70 times 2 with that rainbow energy giving the bonus. So there we go, we get our energy, which we can play around with that. My opponent right now, I think he's probably thinking, boy, what I need to do is get another Donphan. So we're not too worried here. We got 2 VS Seekers, guys. This is why we play so many VS Seekers. This is extremely convenient. We can get this Lysander back. My opponent's gonna opt to probably play an N, I'm assuming, or a Sycamore. In hindsight, he should have played an N because I have VS Seekers. I'm not too worried about the stadium, right? So right now my opponent can do, what is it, 20, 20, 20, 60, 100 damage, which does not concern me at all, right? 100 damage, no sweat. I'm not worried. What I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat into the Suicune. And, oh wow, so we see that, and I lose my energy. But that's okay, we got the Mew. So, man, I thought it was... Wow. Okay. I wonder why it is... Oh, okay. So, well, we'll just fairy transfer everything over here then, I guess. Yeah. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's 140. You know, wow. I honestly didn't see that happening. So let's go ahead. We don't want to play an N anymore. I mean, we could put his hand down to 3, which isn't a bad idea. We're going to get the Aromatisse out just in case. Nah, let's get the Kangaskhan. Nah, I don't want that Lysandered out and getting knocked out for weakness. So let's get the Aromatisse. The Aromatisse is more important here. We want to do what is most important. So, what we're going to do, I'm actually going to opt to play the N. Because my opponent's got a lot of cards. And, yeah, I don't want my opponent to come back. I'm actually in a good position to continue to knock out his Pokemon. And so I think that's a better position than where he is in terms of, you know, what he can do. Plus, we were able to get, you know, a Juniper. So let's go ahead and just knock out this guy. Boy, a little disappointed there. If I was my opponent, I don't think I would have done that. I mean, I can see how tantalizing it is to take a, you know, to get rid of that threat, that Keldeo as a threat. But right now, my opponent has discarded his own stadium, so, you know, I mean, the Hawlucha can attack, yes, but I can always, you know, retreat and knock out this Hawlucha. So there we go. We're gonna see a pretty big amount of damage output here. Plus, if we see a strong energy, we're going to see a crap load of damage. Not enough to knock me out. We got 20, 20, and then, 20. So that's 120 for 1 energy if he gets the strong energy. I mean, it doesn't concern me too much. Like I said, I'm not going to play the Kangaskhan. Oh, man, I should have saw that. So I'm not going to play the Kangaskhan. Too risky at this point. We're just going to, I mean, honestly, I don't need a discard because I plan to knock him out. But, you know what, we'll play it anyways. So we'll just get rid of that. Let's go ahead and Juniper away our hand. What I'd like to see here is a max potion. And we get it. So we also get the Fairy Garden. So that's really nice. So let's go ahead and Fairy transfer these. Doesn't matter where we transfer it to. Our Mewtwo is pretty safe from getting knocked out, right? So we're just gonna hit done. We're gonna use the max potion, and all right. So let's go ahead and Fairy transfer these back. Boy, this is pretty long and painful. So my opponent, my opponent can get something going here with a Donphan. But like I said, I'm not too worried about that because the Donphan won't be able to knock me out, right? Okay, so we get the water energy. Perfect. We can play that water energy on the Suicune, make it a threat. So there it is. Let's just take a look at my opponent's discard pile. We already got 1, 2, 3 strong energies. 1, 2, 3, 4 regular energies. 1 DCE. 2 DCs gone. So my opponent's used a lot of resources. We got 1, 2 muscle bands, 2 silver bangles. My opponents definitely have used a lot of resources. So we see the float stone, probably for the Sigilyph. So alright, I can see that right there. But what we really want, so I'm actually going to retreat into my Robo substitute to buy a turn, right? So we got the Fairy Garden, we got the free treat. I'm going to hang on to the Lysander's trump card. You never know when you need it. So let's go ahead and retreat into this guy. And I'm going to play the water energy right here. Let's go ahead and play the starting Megaphone. Disrupt my opponent even more. So I have the upper hand here, right? I definitely have the upper hand. My opponent's lost a lot of resources. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Chorus. I want to see, I'm not in any danger to deck out. I always have the Lysander's trump card. So right now, I can definitely play the Suicune and do some damage there. But yeah, I can see how that that can work. All right, let's do that. I don't think my opponent can really do anything to disrupt me and knock out my Suicune. I think my opponent would need a muscle band, a strong energy. That way, it would be doing 80. Okay, so there we go. We see the end, and we see the Lysander's trump card. So, all right. Wow, he got another float stone. Wow, no kidding. But that's okay. We can Lysander this guy. Oh boy, man, my opponent is. I feel almost really bad because I topped. Not only did we also got the Enhance Hammer. What, I could really mess with him by just playing the Enhance Hammer. But I'm just gonna make it short. He probably saw us coming. He's like, oh, the Lysander. Yeah, yep, you guessed it, buddy. I'm sorry. I could have played the Enhance Hammer and had some fun, but we're just gonna knock out the Donphan. So I'm not sure if my opponent has what it takes. I'm not sure if he's got what's left in the tank to really do anything here. So we see the Hawlucha, and I think it's GG. So my opponent opts to do that. I mean, yeah. yeah, I don't know. The Hlucha can't attack me, right? Can't attack the Suicune. The Phanpy right now is too weak to do anything. What it would need is a Muscle Band and a Strong Energy, right? Or a Donphan, you know. But I'm saying if a Phanpy was to knock me out. So my opponent hasn't given up yet, which is good. I like that. So we see the Robo Substitute again. Right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and knock out the Robo Substitute. I'm not sure what my opponent has left to do. I do see the Kyurem. I don't know if my opponent has any more DCEs. 2 are already gone. I mean, he might have another DCE. And for sure we know he has another Strong Energy. So my opponent can still win. You know, it's not all is lost for my opponent. My opponent very well can still win this. Apparently my opponent doesn't have any more fighting Pokemon, nor does he have any item cards. So honestly, I don't know what to make of this. I'm just gonna do the Aura Beam. I mean, this will be a 2-hit knockout if my opponent doesn't have a DCE. He will knock me out, but my Mewtwo will knock him out back. So right now it's GG. I'm just gonna go ahead and let him know. So you know what? It's a bummer we didn't actually get to see Kangaskhan go at it, but we did get to see Aromatisse do its thing. And even despite having a Wobbuffet to disrupt the Fairy Transfer, we were able to work around that. So what do you guys think of this deck? It's pretty fun. We didn't see Mega Kangaskhan, but we got to see Suicune. So you know, I don't know. Maybe I should play this again. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And if you like the content I put out, subscribe, give a like on this video, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.